Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jason again. This is day 2 of PSX. I'm here with Chris. We're going to show off his game, Raise the Dead. It's not raise as in raise from the ground. It's actually Ray, R-A-Y-S. He's going to show us the third level. It's a little action-packed level of his game, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So let's go ahead and get into it once he loads this up. Go ahead and explain a little bit the game if you want, backstory.
Sure. So in Raise the Dead, you play a character named Ray who has the ability to control other characters. So in this level, Ray he's been working his way through the graveyard, and this group of punks are coming after him. So you're gonna have to dodge the car, keep your zombies safe as it's blasting through this graveyard level. So I'm actually using an ability right now where the zombies don't always move that fast. There's this energy bar here, and you have these group abilities. So if I hit L2, they swarm up together and we can move around much faster. Okay. So there's a series of group abilities throughout the game like that. There's I won't get into too many of them right now. But okay. Another thing you can do as a zombie is find situations like this where there is either a corpse that you come across or a corpse that you made because you killed somebody. Yeah. And so if you see this green glow, you can do a resurrect and basically add more minions to your group.
So it's like a fresh grave because they have the mounds, you can pull it up. Okay, that's
right,
cool.
Right. So now we're going to go down here and make some of our own corpses. So we've encountered the actual punks, and they're not real happy with us, so they're going to start a little bit of a fight. The combat in this game, so Ray is who you want to keep alive, but you want to use your zombies to fight. So it's a little bit puzzly. Oops, I'm having a hard time talking and playing. You want to wait till the enemies do a taunt or laugh at you, and you want to pile on. And you can also do a finishing move on guys to restore your health.
Okay.
Yeah. So throughout the game, you'll actually get different types of zombies.
Okay.
And they all have different abilities and whatnot. You'll also have a variety of enemies that come through that require different strategies. Sometimes you'll have to use like a combination of use this zombie to stun him and then follow up with this more powerful type of zombie to knock him out, that kind of thing.
So is every zombie going to be controlled with a different button, like different style, or how does that work to switch between them to?
We're actually still iterating on that. Okay. Right now, there is a button that lets you switch between types. We are experimenting with that to streamline it a bit, but yeah, right now you switch and then you hit a button to send them out. So as you can see, there's some punks here that we've taken out.
And you lost a couple zombies.
Yeah, we lost a few, but we're replenishing them with the dead bodies of those we just took out. So there's a bit of an ebb and flow of you're always gonna you can't really keep all of your zombies alive throughout the alive. Yeah. But there is you do need to be smart with them, and they're basically your resources. If you run out of them, the game gets very difficult.
Is there a max level of zombies you can have at certain times, or can you just have like a swarm of?
So later in the game, it does get pretty big. There isn't an actual hard limit as to how many you can have, but we do sort of just through the design choices. Oh no, I just hit a bug here. That's embarrassing. Okay, I got out of it. Through the design choices, we sort of ensure that your army doesn't get too out of control. But the better you are at the game, the larger you can get your group, for sure. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of secrets throughout the game. I'll show you here in a minute once I take these guys out. For example, there's this boombox up here.
Yeah, I see that.
You might want to figure out how to get that out. One thing you can do with your zombies. So each zombie type has a different ability. One ability that these guys have is they can burrow underground. Okay. So over here we've exposed a burrow hole. Okay. So if I send a zombie into it, he's going to burrow underground, slam into this, and then knock the radio down so you can grab it. So you get these batteries, and up here is his energy.
I see, okay.
Yeah, if you get 6, then you expand the meter. So and you can use and you need that to use your group abilities. Like when I swarm, the meter goes down. So up here I'll show you another use of the zombie burrowing. It's a bit more clever than what I just showed you. So this girl's going to be throwing fire bombs down on us, and we need to figure out how to knock her off the balcony. Okay. The solutions the zombies come up with are not always the most efficient, but they're usually pretty ridiculous and fun.
Of course. Well, that's the best part.
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. So we're gonna go in here. You notice there's several of these burrow holes. There's a puzzle earlier in the game where you have to time it to where you want to hit all the pillars at the same time, and if you do that, then the balcony will collapse.
Okay.
So if we, while dodging her fire, if we send 2 guys in here, if you get it before the timers count down, it topples.
Okay, I see. That's cool.
Right. And then we do the same thing over here, and she'll have nowhere else to run. So she falls.
Good old boombox fell.
Yeah. And then got another battery here. And let me show you one more. So this is kind of the boss fight of the level. Again, we're going to use the burrowing. This one's quite a bit more difficult to figure out how to solve. So the punk car returns. The zombies are trying to make their way out of the graveyard. By doing that, they have to destroy this gate. But with this car circling the statue here, they're going to keep knocking the zombies out of the way. So we need to take care of this car before we get out of here. Yeah. So again, the solution to doing that in the zombies' minds is to knock this statue over so that we can stop the car from going. Okay. So again, you notice these burrow holes. So what you have to do here is it's tricky. You still have to get all 3 hitting this at the same time, but it's difficult here because there's this blocks area. So you can't just stand in one spot and hit them. So you have to do 2 here, and then quickly run to the other side. Yeah. Cool. I'm kind of spoiling it. It's actually a progression. Normally the player would have to figure this out. Yeah. So if we do that twice, the statue will topple and the car will meet an unfortunate end, as I'll show you here in a second.
Oh, I thought you were getting nailed.
I've got the timing down pretty well at this point, so. All right, so here we go. Blam. Right. So that's that. The car is not an issue anymore. Excuse the zombie walking through the car.
Yeah, no worries.
Fix that.
It's still early.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what it's like when you're playing as zombies. Let me show you another level. So a big part of the game's very heavily story driven. So a big part of the game is about half the game actually. You're going to play the game as Ray when he was still alive in these playable flashbacks. So in this flashback, this is the very first one. Ray, when he's very young, is involved in a really tragic bus accident. So you'll see here in a second, they're in a really not so good situation. The bus has crashed, everything's on fire. And this is the start of Ray sort of using his power of influence to help all of his friends escape the area. And this controls very similarly to how he controls as a zombie. You're able to, gather the group together, move quickly, send them out to, solve puzzles and whatnot. So there's a parallel story happening. Ray as a zombie has this ability, and as you play as the flashbacks, you come to learn why he has that ability as a zombie. And it's something that, the end of the game is kind of where it all comes together.
So Ray sends everyone else to work while he just sits back.
Well, he's gonna come help.
Oh,
him out, so. He's not that lazy. So yeah, they're all gonna push the tree off of the bus driver here. And as I said, the game's very heavily story based. So all these characters here that he's developing this friendship with, they are very important characters, not only through the series of flashbacks, but they also make an appearance in various ways in the present when Ray is a zombie. And I don't want to spoil any of that.
No, that's perfect.
It's a lot of unusual scenarios, but yeah. So now Ray is going to lead everyone through this group, and this is actually where you learn the ability we were using in the previous level.
They swarm together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the first. It's kind of the tutorial for swarming. So you have to dodge through the fire here, and it just kind of gets worse as we go.
Jesus.
Yeah. Right. It's a bit much, but we wanted to make it feel a little dangerous.
So we do know the game's going to come out on PS4. Is there any other systems or things we can expect this game on?
Well, it'll definitely be out on PC as well.
Okay.
We also plan to release on Vita.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, we're targeting Vita, yeah. Other than that, though, we don't have any solid plans.
Okay.
Yeah, we have, we're a small team, so we have that's our first goal is to get those platforms out. After that, we'll see what else we can do.
And do we have a set release date or an expected time or something you'd like it to come out?
Yeah,
2017.
We're saying 2017 for now. Yeah.
Okay.
This game's been in production for quite a long time.
Okay.
And we've already missed a few release dates, so I'm pretty gun shy with giving any new ones.
No, I didn't. That's fully understandable.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's fun.
Yeah. So here's another situation where there's a trapped character and you need to use your group to save them. And so this is the introduction of a character named Mr. Sniffles, the dog. A lot of, another thing about the game, it takes place in the 80s, and we're going to have a lot of really fun 80s character references.
Perfect.
A lot of them are not super in your face, but some people may recognize this actually looks a lot like Cujo. It's for people born in that time that love 80s movies, they'll find a lot to like here.
Which is most of us.
Yeah.
Everyone at our website will be down with that. That's
right.
For sure.
Similarly with the soundtrack, we have a really awesome. It's actually a variety of musicians that are contributing to it, but yeah, it's a really fun 80s soundtrack.
Awesome.
I can send you some music samples.
For sure. Anything you guys got, we'll take it. This is cool.
It's a really good soundtrack. Yeah. So we're almost to the end of the level here.
Or not.
Kind of the final hurdle here. Yeah. Obviously, we don't want to make contact with these flaming trees.
Yeah.
So gonna wait for them to go by and zoom around them. And then once we get to the top here, we'll have a little encounter with Ray's mother, who turns out to not be the best person. So the game definitely, like I keep saying, there's a lot of story going on, and it'll definitely surprise people where it goes. It's
good. Yeah.
We really wanted to give it a lot of heart. There's very happy moments, a lot of sad moments. It's kind of all over the map with that.
That's good. Yeah, keep it fresh. I love it.
Yeah. So that's the majority of what we've got in the demo here.
Perfect. No, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll definitely keep in touch. We're gonna figure this game out. Again, this game is Raise the Dead. It's for sure going to be on PS4 and looks like PC and Vita. We will keep you updated on it. We're going to keep in touch with these guys, and we'll bring more when we got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you again.
Yep.
Thank you. That was awesome.